Let's talk about one of the newest cryptocurrencies in the DeFi space, Avalanche. Avalanche is a proof-of-stake crypto, very similar to Cardano and ETH 2.0, but there are a couple of key things that set Avalanche apart from many of their competitors, such as security, performance, tokenomics, decentralization, and more. So today I wanted to take a minute to talk about Avalanche. It's a coin that we've mentioned quite a few times in our private member Discord. We did a video on it a couple months ago on the channel as well. But a couple of big announcements have come out recently, which have made me even more bullish on Avalanche. Also, we are continuing to add new spots to the Patreon community, so make sure to grab one of those before they fill up. In addition to benefits like daily live streams and exclusive content, you'll also get access to buy and sell alerts, which have yielded many of our members returns of over 1,500%. You also get buy alerts for coins like Avalanche, which we have talked about for months in the private member Discord. But anyways, Avalanche is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency like we previously mentioned. And the interesting thing about this project is that it was just recently launched in September of 2020, making it one of the newest DeFi projects in the entire crypto space. And about 60 days ago, we did a video on Avalanche saying it was the next Cardano. Since then, the price has done extremely well, and actually we've issued a number of buy alerts just even within the last week for Avalanche in our private member community. If we look in our private member community on November 1st, I talked about Avalanche. I said Avalanche has been holding around that $60 to $65 per coin range for a while. When altcoins break out, I'm expecting a push to $85 per coin very, very quickly. Not many people saw this post, and since then, the price has done exactly what we say. We have seen it now rise even higher, getting close to that $80 per coin range. Over the last 90 days, Avalanche's price is up 417%, and currently it's the number 13 crypto in terms of market cap. A couple of basics about Avalanche is that it labels themselves and they advertise themselves as a blazingly fast, low-cost, and eco-friendly DeFi platform. Right now, they say that they are the fastest smart contracts platform in the blockchain industry, and what they're saying is that they have thousands of validators to help make it even more decentralized than some of their competitors. One thing I want to point out with Avalanche before we dive a bit deeper is that they've been growing very rapidly as of lately. If we look at DeFi Llama, which is a site that helps to track DeFi ecosystems, how big they are, if we look at this site, Avalanche has risen dramatically in the rankings. Right now, Avalanche is number 5 with over $8.7 billion in total value locked on their ecosystem. This is just a way to rank which DeFi ecosystem is the biggest. Obviously, Ethereum is the largest by far, but we are seeing Avalanche rise up the rankings very, very quickly, only behind Ethereum, Binance, Solana, and Terra. So all of this is very, very positive. Second thing is that right now the overall market is doing extremely well. If we look at the overall market, right now, we are gearing up for a massive bull market into the beginning of 2022 and the end of 2021. Why? Well, if we look at Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model on Twitter, what he said is that if we look at the model, we look at Bitcoin's RSI. Historically, we see that the peak for Bitcoin's price, the peak for the crypto market happens when the RSI gets to around that 85 to 90 range, at least at 85. Right now, we are nowhere near that, and we're working our way back up, which shows us that we are still in the midst of a bull market, that we are about to see everything go significantly higher than where it currently is. And we've talked about a couple of other technical indicators which point out exact prices, but this is just a basic model that shows us we still have a long way to go before reaching all-time record highs. So, why are people switching over to Avalanche? Why are we seeing Avalanche's price do so well right now? Well, a couple of reasons. The first is that right now, when we look at all of the DeFi coins out there, we see that there are Ethereum, there's Solana, there's Cardano, there's Polkadot, and then we start to see Luna and Avalanche. But the key thing is Solana's price has been doing extremely well. It's reaching all-time record highs. Everyone is loving it. It has a number of NFT collections that are doing extremely well. People really like Solana. But when we start to look at Cardano, some people have been a little bit unsure about Cardano as lately because the price hasn't moved. So because of this, a lot of people are looking for what's the next Solana, what's the next Ethereum, what's the coin that's going to have a lot of movement, because people are losing a bit of faith in Cardano short term, like nothing's changed long term, but because people have lost a little bit of faith in Cardano moving significantly higher short term, a lot of people are looking towards other platforms like Avalanche. But the next thing I want to talk about is one of the main reasons why I'm making this video today, and that is because Avalanche just recently launched a brand new $220 million investment fund. And this is huge because what do we always talk about with DeFi projects? The one thing we always talk about is how are they going to have mass adoption long term? Well, you need to have more developers. You need to have more people using it. You need to have more projects built on the platform. And that is exactly what this fund is designed to do. So this fund is named Blizzard. And what its sole purpose is to attract developers focused on DeFi, enterprise applications, NFTs, and culture. They also say that the funds are going to be used to assist promising projects with equity investments, token purchases, and other kinds of operational support. This is huge. This is huge for Avalanche because, yes, the ecosystem has been growing. We're seeing a number of very exciting, very cool projects built on the platform, but now we're seeing that it's going to get even more of a boost and a help moving forward. One thing that's interesting is that Avalanche has already had funds like this in the past. Just back in August of 2021, they launched a $180 million incentive program that was designed to also attract new developers. So what this shows me is that Avalanche is betting huge. They're betting really heavily on building out their ecosystem, and that is one of the many things that I like about a DeFi project. Solana has been doing a lot of the same thing. They've had a number of competitions and hackathons to bring more and new talent onto the Solana ecosystem, but Avalanche doing this is very, very exciting as well. They're putting hundreds of millions of dollars into the project, and we're not seeing many other DeFi projects do this. We're not really seeing Cardano do this. We're not really seeing Solana. Like, yes, a lot of these projects have launched funds in the past, but never this significant amount of money because it's been $400 million just in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months overall. One thing about Avalanche that is very exciting also is their entire ecosystem. Like we said, they're spending $220 million to build the ecosystem to attract new developers. But one thing is that they already have a number of very exciting projects in the Avalanche ecosystem. If you go to their site, you can see all of the different projects across a number of different genres. You can see they have wealth management projects, they have NFT projects, they have DeFi projects, infrastructure, security, play to earn, games, and many more. This is one of the things, in addition to all the other things we talked about, that makes me so excited about Avalanche because you could see that they already have, a lot of NFT games. They're building NFT marketplaces. That is exciting. So last thing I want to talk about before we wrap up the video is going to be with Avalanche and some of their statistics, some of the numbers diving into it. So everyone talks about the price and where Avalanche's current price is. That is not as important to me. Yes, it currently ranks number 13 in terms of market cap, about a $16 billion market cap, but that's not what's so important to me. The important part to me is going to be the underlying data of the project. So first is that we see that there are about 1,200 active validators in the ecosystem. This is pretty similar to Solana in terms of number. Thing I like about this is that Avalanche is a much newer project than Solana, so seeing that many validators is a very promising sign because they are so new. It's only going to continue to grow really exponentially. Second thing that I want to talk about is with regards to the total value locked. Like we said, Avalanche has about an $8.7 billion in total value locked, and they've been growing very rapidly there. So with all of these statistics, all of these things, it's helping to show that people like Avalanche. They like how fast it is. They like how efficient it is. They like how it doesn't have all the same fees as Ethereum, like with gas fees. People like that, and it shows in the results. The numbers show that right now because you're not going to grow to be a $13 billion company in 1 year and have hundreds of projects listed on your ecosystem if developers didn't personally think it was a useful, efficient, secure platform. So all of this is something that makes me very bullish on Avalanche. Where I see the price going in the future, I think this bull market, it very well could be a $300 plus per coin, plus, like $300, $350 per coin by the end of this bull market. That would put it right around a $65 to $70 billion market cap. It's very possible. I think with a lot of people looking for DeFi projects, they're going to look to ones that are continuing to build, continuing to have more development, and they're going to look to, competitors to the things like Solana, like Cardano, like Ethereum. Where else can people continue to build, and where other opportunities are there to find like that next Ethereum? So anyways, let me know your thoughts, but Avalanche is a project I personally really like. I've been invested in it for a long time, talked about it in the private member community, but let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys.